never really done one of these before, but this is an unboxing promo, as it were. I've just ordered Iron Man Mark 43 from the Age of Ultron, and this is from buyfullbodyarmour.com. It's just arrived. It's quite a substantial case. It's been made to measure. They do quite a lot of stuff on the internet, various costumes, but like I say, mine's the Iron Man, and this is the last fixing for the case. Here we go. So, wow, they said some assembly is necessary, and a box of wiring bits. I hope there's a wiring diagram, because I'm not that good with this type of thing. One lycra undersuit, which we'll look at after, because that's the most interesting part of this. Looks like we've got a glove. There's going to be quite a few of these, I believe. So the repulsor light, there's obviously two switches on the inside for two functions, of which I'll find out at some later stage. All together with Velcro and a zip. That's quite surprising. And more wires. 8 wires. There we go. That's the other hand. I will not bother with that one. I've seen one of those. There is, as you might be able to see in the box, there's quite a lot of stuff in there. This looks like it's part of either a knee or a shoulder. It's all been made from ABS plastics, thermoform plastics, sprayed up. Actually pretty good, to be honest. Finishing on that, mate Andy, who's a sprayer, paint sprayer, I think he'd disagree, but for me that's pretty good. A similar piece. There's probably some orders to this, but as they didn't give us any idea what was going on, it's took just over a month from when I initially placed the order and sent all the sizes in that they asked you for. That's from the back of the head. That's actually foam. Small foam to the back of the head, and little flips. If you're just wondering, it is just sort of after Christmas when this arrived. This is a top present. Shame it couldn't have got here a bit earlier. But okay, right, this is what most people will want to see, and that's the most recognisable part of the Iron Man face. Look at that, that is awesome. So, right. On the other side, it's motorised for the full front face to lift up. It has some kind of voice changer. I'm not certain what that's going to be like, in all honesty. 2 lights that are fitted and a snap electronic connection that'll power both the hydraulic for lifting the face up and for the lights behind the eyes. No padding in there though. I would have thought there'd have been some more padding in there to at least stop my head hitting the electronics, but that'll certainly need something, because that's just jabbed straight at me in my head. Yeah. There we go. But that is cool. Okay, we're on to the big stuff now. So, this could take some considerable time. And that's just the unpacking part of it. Then I'll have the assembly part of it, and also track down the batteries that I need to find for it, that they've told me to look out for. Now, they sent me a picture of this prior to shipping it out, and there were hundreds and hundreds of little tiny parts just everywhere. Oh, sweet. And that's the main body, or the front part of it, with a fitted arc reactor already in, which will be powered by batteries on the inside. Inside, got like a bit of medieval armour, to be honest, like an old Roman Aventine, all riveted and bolted, all the individual parts held together, and elastic running between the two, so they've actually got some give. More wiring, 2 batteries for the arc reactor, zip side fastenings, clips for the top, and Velcro to strap it to the back part of the armour. And that's a quick look at the reactor. It's got to be said, the quality of it's really, really good, which I'm glad about, because it costs enough, truth to be told. There. Left in here are shoes. Oops. I know there's a few people that have got Iron Man costumes. Mate of mine in America, Joe, who has cosplay costumes quite similar to mine. He's got Colonial Warrior from Battlestar Galactica, he's got the Cylon from Battlestar Galactica, he's also got an Iron Man, and he's also got a Batman as well. Joe actually made all these, took him about a year to do it. Sadly, I have little to no patience or skill in regards to putting stuff together, so I'm hoping this is going to be pretty easy. They've sent a raft of video footages from their own archives on how to link the shoes up, build everything together. I've all those to go through yet. So one shoe which is built around, just looks like a bit of a trainer on the inside, thankfully a new one. and got a red star on the back. Those are also lit as well for the reactor on the bottom, and I think they are built up slightly so to give you just a bit more height, and there's a battery cover inside to power the lights on the bottom. So a bit interesting to see how they work. There you go, one tube, one bottom. It's very nicely moulded together, is that? It really is. Shoe. Further you get to the bottom, it looks more like a body in the bottom. So here's a leg that we prepared earlier. Let's see how best to do this. Bit inside the leg, part of an arm. Wow. What can you say? It looks like all the legs and most of the bits, they're all linked onto, very similar to a medieval armour. So you'll have a small harness that goes over your shoulders, across your chest, and all the bits of the armour will link onto it. Which means, although there's not a great deal of weight in a lot of this stuff, it just helps it to support itself throughout the body. It is a lot easier and a lot lighter than medieval armour that I had the fortune and misfortune to wear many years ago doing reenactment. So I'm not certain how you'll get into these. That'll be for trial and error later on. But there we go. That's one leg. I'm guessing this should be an arm. Now the suit comes as a basic model, and then you can have add-ons for it. I've pretty much got most of them, with the exception of one. It was just more than I could really afford for what it was, but the suit is automated. Like I said, the front visor, the helmet lifts up, the shoulders lift up with the missiles, the forearms also have the missiles, it has the pulse reactors in both palms and on the feet, which both link to sound. And wire, you should see the inside of this, it's just wire central. More harnessing work. For the arms. You can see on the inside of them or not, when you can get any good pictures in there. So in there will be also the missiles that will pop up. I think are here. They open up, pop up, open up, the missiles come out. Obviously with no batteries being in or connected to whichever bit this connects to activate them. I've got a feeling that after this unboxing session, I reckon I'm going to be here for at least a good few days trying to work out what goes to where and what makes what work, even though they've given me a video telling me how to do it all. But actually, a bear of little brain and perseverance. So there's leg number 2. So I should just pop that down so to save a little time. Okay. This looks complicated. This is the back of our suit. That's just come off there. It's a battery cover. As I said, most of the suit is automated. The back has the wings that pop out of the back, is all underlit underneath, and the other optional extra that I didn't get is the CO2 canisters that send out the jets of smoke for when the wings open, as like you were going to take off. I didn't really fancy paying quite a lot of cash just for that bit of extra show. Well, that's the back of the suit, and again it is relatively light for considering that there's very little foam work used on this. There's a little bit on the back of the helmet, on the collar, on the gorget, but that's about it. All these others are riveted that have to be connected together. So I'll give you another quick look on that back, please. And all the wiring that's going into that, little nut servos that'll push out the wings. This is absolutely brilliant. I'm going to lie this one back down in the box, just as I don't want to get it too scuffed up. I've of course realised that I'll never get it back in this box again, and always dubious when you come to find 3 nuts and a tiny screw lying in the bottom of this, thinking, where the hell have they come from? Or have they just put them in the box just to go, oh, that'll get him going? Correct, it worked. So, that is virtually the unboxing complete. I did ask for the booster to give you a bit more height. I thought the shoes had done that, but no. They've given me these boost enhancing pads, so I'll have at least an extra inch from these, and probably another 1.5 inches out of the boots. What can I say? Cool. That should take me to about just under 6 foot. Our last mystery package, I'm not certain what this is. Can't see it now, really exciting because the helmet and body piece were the most exciting for me. It's the little voice changing amp. I've got a similar one of these for my Battlestar Galactica original series Cylon Commander, which is linked up to a Roland VT3, which gives you the Cylon voice, which isn't always best to understand, but it's a lot of fun. So I have no idea what this will sound like, and I haven't heard many clips from other people who've got one. So I'm hoping it's going to sound, I can't say it'll sound anything like Jarvis, but if it does anywhere near, I'll be happy enough. But that'll be a surprise for later. Okay. Hopefully we'll have it ready for a first showing. I think we've got a first event booked in January in the UK, in Bolton, Lancashire, where we should be doing full day's interaction with members of the public. Hopefully this will be ready. I think it's going to take a couple of dry runs to try and get it together. Cylon's dead easy. Strap on a few bits, put my gold bucket on my head, and away we go. This I think is going to involve a bit more wiring to plug in. Certainly a lot more assistance from a second person who's behind the camera and will hopefully help me. Please smile sweetly. That's it. So this is an unboxing. I've never done one before. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing what comes in all this. I'm going to have a good rummage about now and probably break it a few times, and hopefully next video you'll see us actually putting it on and the best order to put this on, and you'll get to see what it's like. I think from this it looks brilliant. It's not the cheapest of suits. I never wanted to go like Joe did and make your own out of the EVA foam and get it all painted up. You can get it moulded to your own body. That's great. Like I say, I didn't have a year to spend to do that because I've no patience, and I want it now. I want everything now. Instant gratification. So instant, it took about 2 months, I think, top told. Would have had it within a month, but they changed their location in Shanghai. Buy fullbodyarmour.com. Go have a look. They've got some really good built costumes that they can make to measure for you. Thanks guys, catch you later.